Well, welcome. Welcome to the first live stream here at Planners on Purpose for 2026. What is in store for you for 2026 and how will you be successful? On this live stream, I'll be sharing 5 smart tips for event planner success in 2026. So if you're here joining me live, I just want to say welcome. And if you came in a little later, that's okay. It's so good to see you. If you're here, I'd love it if you would jump into the chat and let me know if these tips are on your radar in 2026. I would absolutely love to hear from you as we are going through them. So, again, we're going to discuss 5 smart tips for event planner success in 2026. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about these tips. I'm excited about this year and excited to just hear what is in store for you. All right. So the first question that I have is really how are you doing really? How are you really doing? And that pretty much leads me into this first smart tip that I have for you for 2026. And it's really to do a self-care assessment for how you feel and how you're doing before you get too far into this new year. As a coach and an event planner of over 30 years, I have been in many capacities, which I show up and I serve. But I've been hearing various comments in 2025, especially and heading into this year, that last year, 2025, was such a very challenging year for most of you. There are so many tough situations that many of you have had to move through, both personally and professionally. And I know it's hard out there. It's important as we move into 2026 that we take an assessment of where we are, of how we're doing, of where our energy level is at, and how we can move into this new year and what energy we have in order to move into this new year. So the key is to keep moving, even though it might feel tempting to stop, even though it might feel tempting to just give up. We need to keep moving forward. And if we're going to keep moving forward, we have a choice with how we're going to move forward and with how we're going to show up. Now, if you've taken a big hit, perhaps in 2025, and you're coming into 26 a little bit exasperated, maybe your body is telling you that you need to rest. You need to listen to the signs that your body is actually giving you. If your body is saying take some rest, go ahead and take that rest. Get it, take it easy if you can. Find ways that you can reduce your load so that you can build yourself up responsibly. Create a self care plan that's going to reinforce where your energy is and reinforce where your energy is going to matter as you move forward. So that could be anything, right? That can be weekly hot tub sessions at your local gym. It could be taking an extra nap on Wednesdays. It can be sticking to your boundary of being off work at a particular time. Or it can just be spending more time with family because you know your family is where you get all the energy and all the love that you need. So, whatever it is, create that self care plan and stick with it, but definitely make sure to take care of yourself. We have a lot of work that we're doing. We're showing up, we're serving, we're taking care of our clients. We need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well. Now, if you already feel amped up and you're just ready to go and you have so much energy and you're ready to make all of your goals and your dreams happen, then hey, let's do this. Let's go, right? Let's go. Because we all know that our energy can come in seasons. And so let's take best advantage of the season that we're in while we're in it. So if you are making sure that you show up for yourself, you have all the energy, also make sure that you're giving yourself the balance that you need, that you're replenishing all of that energy so that you don't burn yourself out while you're crushing your goals. Because I want you to crush your goals, but I don't want you to be burning out as you're doing it. So, with that said, let's assess your self care on where you need it so that you don't burn yourself out. Okay. Create that self care plan to make sure that you're being sustainable in your self care, that you're fueling yourself with the energy that you need so that you can reach the goals that you have for the year. Take those vacations, take those Fridays off here and there. Whatever it is that lights you up, that fills you up, that gives you that energy, make sure that you are getting that. Now, you may not need as much of it as perhaps the person that is really dragging into 2026, but it really is important that you get that self care in there as well. So, that is my first tip for you is really to take that self care assessment and create your self care plan for the year and stay as diligent to that self care plan as you do with your goals, which is actually going to lead me into the next tip for you when we talk about staying diligent. This year, I also want you to stay diligent about your goals, about your business, about your intentions, right? We have so much economic worry and uncertainty out there because let's be real, it's out there. And we can get swept up in every story, every situation that may cross our path. We can just have our ear too much to the street that it becomes a distraction. However, it's better if you're steadily moving forward towards your goal. You want to be aware of what's going on, but you don't want to let that knock you off your game. So they don't really say slow and steady wins the race for nothing because it is actually true. This year, I just invite you to keep focused, to create your environment in which you thrive and stick with it. Stay steady, stick with your plan. If anything is, let's say, on your doorstep and threatening your way of life at that particular point, then that's when we're going to assess the situation and we're going to create a plan of action to get through that. But that's not saying that you're not aware and that you don't care, but it's saying that you can only control what you can control. And the situations that might be happening out there, unless you actually want to insert yourself and disrupt your life to do so, it may be best. It's of you for you to just keep your ground and to stay diligent. So I'm just inviting you to stay focused, inviting you to steadily move towards your goals and to put that laser focus intensity on your intentions for this year and get after it, right? So that's what's going to make you move forward. That's what's going to make you reach your goals. That's what's going to help you and support you along the way and not to focus on these distractions. So, if any of these two tips have resonated with you, feel free to leave a comment. I want to hear more about how you're going to stay intentional towards your goal and want to know what's included in your self care plan. What actually thrives you, fills you up, fuels you? I want to hear some of those tips as well. All right, let's move forward. So, speaking of being aware, like I said, we want to be aware of things that are going on and maybe not every little thing because they can become a distraction, but we definitely want to be aware of trends that will impact your business. And so that's my next one is to be aware of the trends that may impact your business. We can get so busy and tied up with putting our hands down, getting so focused, which is a good thing, that we don't see the trends that might subtly creep in there. So we want to make sure that we're aware of the trends that might be impacting business. And so a few of the trends that are currently out there in which you might want to pay attention to is number one, cost. Cost is absolutely a high concern. I know that you sense it and see it in your personal life, but professionally, it's impacting the event world as well. Now, over 72% of people that responded to this American Express Global Meetings and Incentives, Meetings and Events forecast, they said that cost per attendees are rising. Whether it was slightly increasing, or significantly increasing, 72% of people that responded to that survey said that costs are going up, they're increasing, and they're responding to that. Are you responding to this? How are you going to rise to the challenge of ensuring that your programs are in line and are being as cost efficient as possible? These are the trends that are going to be impactful. And these are trends that you should create a plan for, or at least look out for so they don't impact your work. When you have rising costs, it can be hard for you to keep those budgets in line. And a budget that is over is a budget that is over. So we want to make sure that we are keeping in line with costs, finding every single way that we can reduce costs, gain efficiencies in our meetings. And just knowing that costs may be rising out there definitely should make you just be a little bit more discerning in the people that you partner with, in the items that you select, so that you can definitely be as mindful, right, with the financials as you can with your event. Now, another trend that's happening right now are engaging in authentic and active experiences. And you might think like, oh my goodness, aren't meetings and events authentic and they're engaging because you're in person? Yes, that may be true, but it's even more so important now more than ever. Why? Because we have the age of social media, we have artificial intelligence, we have AI tools that can make anything look real. You could create any kind of experience, and they're even creating movies right now in AI. Well, that also means that when people do get together, when they want to get together, they want a highly engaging and authentic experience. They're tired of all that fake stuff. They are taking time out of their day. They're taking time away from their families. And heck, they're even taking time away from their social media to come to your event. They don't just want to sit in the room and listen to or get spoken to. They want an experience. And you, my friend, will have to give them one. So, being authentic in these experiences, having these experiences that are filled with authenticity and live and engaging experience is going to be where it's at. And it's going to be where you might need to create action and create that plan of action to have that at your event. And the key here is to allow them to have an experience, allow them to take action within your event, allow them to experience the local community, maybe eat something that's amazing that inspires in them, then and it's also healthy. Uh, Partner with providers that have your uh, same mindset, right? When it comes to planning events and bringing what you need to for these events, so that they can support you and support your event. So these are the trends that are going to guide our path as we're planning in 2026. So definitely hope you're ready for that. Another trend that definitely is out there, like I mentioned, is AI, the age of AI and the age of like data analysis. So AI is everywhere. If you're not using it, I don't know why you're not using it, but it has amazing benefits that you can use. And you can use and you can allow these tools to tell stories with the data more than ever. Before, it used to be that we would probably get everyone around a table and maybe try to analyze charts and graphs and data and data sets and try to find the story. Well, now you can allow AI to do that for you. You can get to your result quicker, and then from there you can take action quicker. So that means business is moving faster more than ever. So if you have not used AI in doing data analysis, or just use AI period in other areas of your business, which we'll get to in my next point, I just encourage you to go ahead and do so. AI can allow you to find common themes. It can help you find areas that you can improve, and it's much easier now than it was before. So next, while I'm on AI, I want to go ahead and introduce this next point. And this next point is really fortifying your business and your process with AI. Yes, yes, I said it. So fortify your business and your process with AI. Now, let me just pause here and say that I was not always a person that was on, I guess, on technology and AI and the advancement of that, because I definitely understand how that can be very concerning when it comes to jobs, when it comes to our well being, and so many other concerns. And there are legitimate concerns that are out there. However, things are now they're open up. The band-aid has been ripped off. And so now it has to be where businesses have to move to fortify their business with AI, or they may be left behind. And that's just where it comes down to. So I would just say in 2026, where you can be successful and be smart as an event planner, is to go through every single process that you have and ask yourself, is this easy? Is it clunky? Is it efficient? And how can this be made better with automation? Or how can I enhance this or increase this, make it more efficient with AI? And then one by one, go through every single area and fortify your business with AI. I know this can take some time, and it definitely is it's a big, huge learning curve. But once you figure this out, it's going to do wonders for your business. It's going to open up opportunities for your business, for your events, for what you can do on events. So I would just say to make sure that you explore how to adapt AI within your process. Now, if you still feel uncertain about AI tools, I encourage you to take a workshop online or just jump right in and explore. It's so easy to explore because it can you can explore with a simple prompt. And there are so many free resources out there. You can do a quick Google search and that can help you. If you want to be real savvy to start, I would say ask the AI itself to teach you how you can use it to help you with your specific process and then go from there. You will be amazed at what you can uncover. A simple prompt is all you need to just say, I am new to learning AI. Please explain how to cross check a rooming list like a fourth grade. How can I cross check a rooming list like a fourth grader using AI, or explain it to me like I'm a fourth grader, just so that it explains things to you in very layman's terms so that you are able to utilize it effectively. So if you're still uncertain and you have not used AI, I would just say go ahead and jump in, because you will need to learn how to adapt these tools, how to use these tools in the future, or even right now. It's coming to the point where you need to jump on and learn it right now. So you'll be amazed at what you uncover. So let me know in the chat, have you integrated AI into your business, and where have you done that? I want to hear a little bit more. The key here is that we continue to see artificial intelligence main stage. It's in conversations that are happening. It's affecting how we work. We see AI being used to make jobs more efficient, allowing our fellow humans to bring value in different ways in this economy. And we're figuring that out. And we will figure that out because we are resilient. We will figure out how to make an impact. But there is going to be that time frame in which we're figuring it out. So why not find out sooner rather than later by engaging and exploring it yourself? AI is also changing our relationships and how we interact. You can see it on social media. It's hard to see what's real, what's not real. Many times you're even interacting with an AI bot on different business pages as well. It does help us in some cases, if done well. It helps us to better communicate and better get to whatever we're looking for. And that is of value. It's also accelerating innovation. Innovation is just at your fingertips. And if innovation is easier, then there's going to be more that is created because it's easier to move forward in a quicker way to innovate. So keeping up on this trend is, it's not showing any signs of being put back into Pandora's box, if that's what you're thinking. It definitely shows signs of continuing to move forward. In all this, I just say use it ethically, use it honestly. These tools can be used for good. They also can not be used for good. So if we make sure that when we're leveraging it, we are leveraging it responsibly, safely, not overusing it, because obviously there's an impact to the environment, then that means that we're on the right track, and we will adjust and refine as we go. So that is my fourth tip for you, and it's fortifying your business and your processes with AI. I hope I've given you a little bit of a push to go ahead and do that because it definitely will make an impact. If not now, it will make an impact for you later. So get ahead of the curve. All right. So my final tip for you is to start small. Um, all you need is a very small shift in order to make a change in the trajectory of your life or an outcome or in a project or event. We are tempted to go big or go home, they say. Many times we just want to just do 15 different goals and go after it all at the same time. And it's the small changes, though, that make the most impact. So, as you're thinking about what you're going to do to move forward, I just say make one small change, one thing that will make a difference in your life. Think about your life, your career, that event. What change can you make and work on getting much better? What do you want to make on? What do you want to be much better and work on that? How can you show up differently and make a big impact in your business, your employer, for your professional growth? How can you make a bigger impact and settle in there? I know that you can just think of one small thing, and when you do, come back, comment to me, let me know what that one thing is that you will do, and I want to cheer you on. If you want support in meeting your goals, I want to help. I've helped event planners be accountable to their goals and enjoy the process and the journey of learning and growing along the way. I would love to do that for you too. So if you're interested, definitely schedule a purpose call with me and we can connect and check out the next steps for you. The link is going to be in the description. So those are the 5 tips. And I hope that this gave you some great tips on how you can be smart about your goals and be more successful in 2026. With that said, I just want to thank you for being here with me on this live stream. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, friends.